It's your boy Aaron. And then your boy OG. Yours truly. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying son of a gun, woo. And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. I do want to say this. Dominick Mysterio. I haven't seen him wrestle since like November of last year, and he gets in at 26 and he gets eliminated 3 minutes later. And he's this weenie guy. And this is what I want to say about Dominick Mysterio. Dominic, at some point you have to stop being okay with being portrayed like a weenie. Like this guy that goes like this, you know? Like he tried to suplex Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns just tossed his ass and said, "Hey, who the fuck is this kid?" You're gonna get typecast into that if you haven't already. Dominic, you're getting made a fool of. There's Cero Miedo, there's Rey Mysterio, there's other wrestlers that don't get put in that position or don't play that role the way you do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I just don't know.
So the same advice that Aaron gave the wrestling fans earlier, I would give you the same advice, and anyone that has similar thoughts of Dominic Mysterio, just be a little patient, because in a few months he's gonna be your Money in the Bank champion, baby. He's gonna win that briefcase, and he's gonna cash in. But I think, like, if they are doing something, and hopefully he doesn't get typecasted as that, hopefully they're gonna turn him into a better heel, not just someone that gets squashed, like how you mentioned, because that's something I worry about too. It's like, is this gonna be his whole career, or is he gonna be able to take that next step? So who knows? I will say that he did come out in a position with all the big guns. John Cena came out, Seth Rollins came out, Damian Priest came out, Roman Reigns came out, all within that same time, and Dominic Mysterio was in it all. So although he's typecast as this guy that gets whipped, he's also a wrestler that WWE has a huge amount of faith in, and that wrestles the most amount of matches, and has wrestled the most amount of matches for WWE. So I think he has a good little career trajectory, and just where they keep him usually is a good indicator of what his career might be in the future.
I
What do you
feel like
think, Aaron?
I feel like once he gets away from this judgment shenanigans, I feel like that's where we're gonna see if he's the real deal. Because right now he's lives little bitch. I'm gonna say it. He's just her little
Yeah.
bitch, and he's not doing anything special. So I feel like once he gets away from that, he's on his own. Then we'll see, okay, if this guy is the real deal or not.
Yeah, I think if he
Yeah, yep.
turns on Finn, and has a good feud on Finn with the Judgment Day thing, like, I think that would be a really cool way to, like, change his character. And they've actually been building that up a little bit. Finn has been kind of like bullying Dom, and Dom's kind of been rebelling here and there and kind of screwing Finn over. So I'm hoping that pays like dividends, and it's not something that just is kind of lost. And I also hope that he drops Liv and moves on to my girl Tiffy Time, because Tiffy Time be eyeing him, and my boy Dirty Dom is out there on the prowl. You already know.
So he's like, he's just like, this is what I'm saying. But like, he's not. This is one other thing. I think he has to let go of the Eddie Guerrero thing. I really do. He can't. Okay,
That's his. That's
fine.
You have to realize that's part of his legacy. Like, no matter how hard he
That's
tries.
fine. But he can't. He can't have everything about him be Eddie Guerrero. He can't. Like a cheap imitation of it. Like he can't. Like I recognize. Like think of the Usos. Think of the Usos. Their dad is who is it? Rikishi?
Hmm.
They do a bunch of Rikishi moves.
Yeah, but they're not. They're good at it. Like you know what I mean? Like they do it differently to where they're not little weenies. Like even like I don't know, man. Like one of the guys, the entrance, they do the chee hoo and homage to the Rock, and he does the slap. It's an homage to the Rock, but it's not done in a weenie way, like in a way like that. I really wish, for the sake of Dom and for the sake of me, like I want him to succeed, and I don't want to see him like that anymore. I don't. I
I
don't.
I will say I don't like how they never let him do the three amigos spot. They always cut it. The tres amigos. I mean, they always cut it at the second one, which I think is kind of whack. Like if you're gonna do a homage to Eddie Guerrero, like just do it. Let him do the fucking like
But
the full move.
it's like saying, hey, you're not there yet. Like I think he tried to do that to Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns popped him off, and he was like, "Who is this little bia?" You know? And I
Yeah,
was just like, dude, like I don't know, like he can't do that anymore. He can't.
but
Casero Medio Miedo comes in and he echa putazos. Like all these guys come in and they throw hands,
and
and here we have Dominic Mysterio. Like
so
I don't know.
look, that actually falls into something I'm fucking excited for, and they're building. Penta.
It's not Dominic Mysterio. So
Benta and Dom were feuding in a little interview, and they like the little like feud that they had was fucking dope. Fucking like the way they were both talking shit to each other in Spanish and just fucking like feuding and
Very
both.
aggressively.
Yeah, bro. Like we'll send you the fucking
so
link.
so
Uh,
that's one way. Like Dom, okay, like feud with this guy and throw like real putazos with him.
mm-hmm.
Don't be a little bi. Just throw putazos and just let this guy, quote unquote. Let me see if I use the word correctly. Put you over a little bit and shed that fucking reputation that you had behind.
We'll get there, Mr. Money in the Bank. I think they're building it.
We just gotta be patient. Again, as wrestling fans, let's be
He's got to be
patient.
He
patient.
he's the youngest. Like he's one of the younger guys out there. And just like his push right now is new. Like I remember he was just like Ray's like protege for a little bit, you know, and now him going to heel is completely new to his character. And a lot of people had the same sentiment that you had, but they had the sentiment when he was a face. They're like Dom's whack, his in-ring work is terrible, his character work is terrible, and then he proved everyone wrong by going heel, and then he proved everyone wrong again by doing the double turn heel, you know. So like I think he has the potential to do it. It just needs to happen and needs to take some time. And I think feuds with Penta and you know like things like that will help him really showcase what he could do in the ring. And I think even if he loses to Penta, because there's absolutely no way he should beat Penta. Penta should whip his ass. Like I think if he loses well and he puts on a good showcase, which I know he will, it'll like remind people that he's a good in ring performer.
And you don't have to win to earn the respect of your peers in the crowd. Like you do that by putting a good performance and showing that you can go with the big dogs.
Well, let's see what the store, I can never say that WWE has in store for this guy